Alright. So a block string I usually do with Lily is short jab jab. It leaves me in a range where I can do a standing medium punch. It leaves me in range where I can do a standing heavy punch. If you do a jab, I'll punish counter you. I can do a medium or a crouching heavy punch, and then spire, and I'll be safe. Or depending on how where you do it, it'll be plus. If I do that, your best option is to press a button that's 11 frames or faster with the range. So like a crouching medium kick. I don't think Lily's would reach, but to beat my startup of those heavy buttons. And yeah, I mean, you just have to be careful, because if I could walk back and maybe, whiff punish your button, if you're not too careful. But it's good to show that you're not going to just let me push buttons all day, right? So that's an option. But that's one of the block strings I do. If I have a windstock, I will sometimes do that. Sometimes do EX. The regular one, you can jump back, I believe. You can also jab in between it, but yeah, it's a little hard to do. Now, you could jump back and punish my spire, but I think on EX you can't actually jump back, so that's why a lot of times I just do EX. And in that case, if you see me do EX and you can react in time, your best option is to parry, and if you don't want to take the mix, to drive reversal. So right, so if I just block all this, say I don't want to take the mix, I'm gonna be burnt out. But if I parry in between, I won't be burnt out. So, parry, you gotta parry the spires, and they give you they're like 3 hits, so they give you some good drive meter if you see them in neutral. Now, if I do just two jabs, right, into a regular spire, there's only one frame in between. You just gotta take it, pretty much, I think. Unless you do a reversal frame, in between. So the reason I bring that up is because if you're in the corner, against Sully, I'm gonna do that string over and over again. So right there, I'm +2. You can't jump. You have to either reversal out or block. And she has a command throw. So most of the time, I'm going to just keep doing that and hope that you push a button. So if I do this, right, there's a gap in there. And you can jump it, but if I only do one, right, then there is no gap. There's not a gap that is big enough to where that you can jump. Right, it'll beat you out. So in that situation, right, I'm gonna keep doing it I'm gonna keep doing this so that hopefully you get hit and I loop it again. And I loop it again. So now if you show that you're gonna jump, right? I can't do the triple jabs. I have to do only two. So just something to be aware of. That's one of the things. So another thing that I often do is after I hit you with this on +2, I like to just, sometimes I get desperate and I just want to get in. I do E-Expire. E-Expire beats DI in certain ranges. Sometimes it recovers in time and you can DI back. Way to go. And the reason I do it is because it beats fireballs. So it beats fireballs. Right, it'll beat fire. It'll beat a lot of buttons. I'm sure there's buttons you could push that would stop it in its tracks, right? Just so that you could probably find a button that would yeah. You just probably have to find a button that could beat that clean, because they're gonna, I'm gonna want to get in and apply that pressure, make you guess again. If you can just stop that, if you could push a button out there and it would just stop it, and you recover back, and I can't whiff punish you, then that'd be pretty good. But again, you can jump back and punish if they do that. If they do EX, and I think if yeah, see, if you're just gonna DI, it's gonna beat it. So jump back or find a button that can clean it. Next thing, if I hit you with standing back heavy punch into DI, I will usually either charge up, or if I'm feeling, if I want to get in, I will dash up and do standing medium kick. And the reason is because it can be +5, and right there I'm gonna go for command throw or another standing medium kick. So you have to guess. If you back tech, I'm not gonna be in range anymore. So, and this is also, I also do this from a, it's a good mix for if they're in the corner off of a off a back throw. Right, off of a back throw, it's a good mix. But mid screen, you back tech, you don't have to guess.